What's going on, guys? Brandon here. Gizmodo, article after article, mainstream media, the legacy fiat world, they are just up in arms about energy. You know, why does Bitcoin, crypto is energy? They try to conflate the two. They try to put things together. They try to obfuscate truth and reality. Let's be honest. The ruling class fears Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not crypto. Crypto is not Bitcoin. They are completely separate. That's the first thing we need to get out of the way. So, of course, they're running articles about, did the Ethereum merge do anything to crypto emissions? We got an early answer, and here they are. Hesitantly, why hesitantly? 99% that it went down. Paper estimates went down 99%. So why are you hesitant to share that? Shouldn't you be screaming from the rooftops? I mean, these people are so conflicted about what they're doing. They have no idea what's going on. And I don't care, call this, Crow coin or, whatever you want. Call it, Gopher coin. It could be Ethereum, it could be anyone. The point of what we try to do at this channel here and our community is to think differently. Think outside the box. Don't just suck in the mainstream narrative of what people are telling you. You have to understand what the mainstream view is, so that way you can then see around you. Keep your head on a swivel. Played hockey my entire life. Still do to this day, and got a game tonight actually. And you guys got to keep your head on a swivel, right? It's a physical sport. There's people coming after you. You get under people's skin. They get under your skin. You got to keep your head on the swivel. That was something my father always taught me no matter what. When you're in a fight or there's a melee going on, there's a bench clearing brawl, you got to keep your head on the swivel because you never know when someone has been waiting to get you, and you have to keep your head up. This is the point of that channel. If this whole channel boils down to one thing, it's that. It's keeping our head on a swivel, keeping our head up. Because we don't care. We are agnostic to who is right or who is wrong. We just want truth. That's it. That's all we want is truth. It's finding the truth. And when you go into media and you start seeing all the misinformation, you see all the gobbledygook, you see all the people just trying to shape the narratives, the puppets out there being paid to shill altcoins and to shill fiat companies, fiat food, shilled Arby's commercials and Taco Bell commercials, and they got to pump millions and billions of dollars in order to get you so convinced that I need fast food that destroys my body and now I need it. That's what this fiat legacy inflationary system gives us, is all this stuff pointed, our inflation, or our wealth taken through inflation indirectly and taken through a direct taxation, then funneled back into their coffers, the ruling class coffers. When I say they, the governments, central banks, these corporations are in bed, these public-private partnerships, as Klaus, as we'll see in the World Economic Forum here. We're going to give you some, got a couple tabs for you here. They are there shaping the narrative with their ad campaigns. ESG, fiat food, Bill Gates is out there and has, got to own all the farm fields. You got to use my breast milk and all this. I mean, what is going on? Like, how come no one has an answer to what is going on? And how are people in mass not just being like, all right, just sit down? You people are just, you've had your run. You've had, 5, 6, 7 decades of just being crazy loon bags. What are we doing here at the end of the day? So again, of course, people are going to run, pieces like this, which doesn't matter at the end of the day. So, like, the whole point of this signal here is that it doesn't matter. They could go to 7 billion% energy usage, all the way down to 0% energy usage, but it doesn't matter. When you have a coin that's worth nothing and it makes monkey JPEGs, what is it good for? It's OFAC controlled. Again, we can show the OFAC blocks. I mean, it's a captured coin, meaning as soon as the regulators or the governments want to do something to your wealth, it's gone. One switch to Infura servers or to Amazon Web Services, Consensus or whatever, boom, done, gone. It's gone. So what does it matter at the end of the day? I don't care if it uses the most energy in the world or the least energy in the world. So, again, we go to the White House. They're in here conflating things, right? The United States is estimated to host a third of global crypto, so not Bitcoin, crypto asset operations, which I'm guessing they conflated and put them both in here together, which is 0.9% to 1.7% total usage electricity. So we know Bitcoin is like 0.5% of the total world energy supply. So, these numbers line up a little bit. They must have thrown in, I'm guessing, crypto and Bitcoin together. And they say this range of electricity usage is similar to all home computers or residential lighting in the United States. Well, cool. Again, don't care if you have the hardest money, the best money to ever exist in human history. Again, don't care if it takes up 50% of global energy or it takes up 0.5% what it does now, which mind you, the World Economic Forum told us 5 years ago that by 2020, Bitcoin would take up all the world's energy. And it's only gotten less, I believe. I think it was more at the time. Now it's less. It's 0.5%. So 1/2 of 1% of global energy, might even be less than that potentially, trying to be somewhat conservative. Again, we could look it up here, but do your own homework. Don't trust me. Do not trust me. This is not financial advice. This is freedom advice. Go trust the homework that you are doing. Again, I've done a lot of the homework. I can only make these videos so long and show you so much at the end of the day. And you have to do your own homework. This is part of the problem. Too many of us, me included, for too long, believe too many people that, oh, they've got it. Oh, they did the homework. Oh, I read that caption, I got it. That guy's gonna go vote for me. He's gonna do what I voted him in to do. No, trust but verify. So trust but verify. That is the name of this channel. Keep your head on a swivel. Be independent. Be resilient. Take in the mainstream narrative and understand what the fiat lords want you to know, and then find a way to use that to your advantage. Take in all the other sources and triangulate, as I've been saying, as like a GPS, triangulate the truth, triangulate the right position. So again, residential lighting, they throw out all these stats that are hilarious. Like the traditional banking system is like 2 or 3 times as much energy as entire Bitcoin system. So it's a terrible system. The entire banking system is no one understands it. It's corrupt beyond all belief, right? It's not making anyone wealthier, right? We have wage deflation. We have wages, can't keep up with anything for decades now. People getting poorer and poorer, the wealth gap getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And yet they're going to sit here and they're going to tell you what money you can use and what you can transact in day to day, what property you can hold on your persons. That's absolute insanity to me. I mean, please comment if you think that's insanity or if you don't. I don't know what we're doing here. And again, they are going to do everything they can to stop this and get people to, jawbone. Really, a lot of it would be jawboning, I would imagine, just trying to get people out of it and just running their mouths and trying to get people out of it. So that's what I foresee, especially with Bitcoin. Again, here, we got a couple more here to wrap up. European Central Bank officials say energy-intensive crypto should be banned. So again, here's another one just from yesterday, from Pearl Harbor Day, saying again, the ECB, coming out, oh, hey, again, we're not going to go down Christine Lagarde and her past. I mean, this is the absolute clown world. And they're telling us, again, energy-intensive crypto should be banned. Well, why is that? Because proof of work, Bitcoin, is something that cannot be controlled. No one controls that. No one can change it. It's immutable. It's permissionless. It's trustless. I can send it to you if you're, in America and I'm in Africa, or you're in, the Netherlands and I'm in Australia. Doesn't matter. You can send it anywhere, no matter what. Moral of the story, right? They can't stand that. They want you in their system. IMF, the World Bank, the Bank of International Settlements, they want you in that system. So, what is it? And again, at the end of the day, the hard things need to be talked about. We have to align incentives, and that's what Bitcoin does. When you start going down the rabbit hole of Bitcoin, you realize, oh my goodness, this aligns the incentives of everyone. Really a deflationary world. And maybe you do have credit on top of that world, and a free banking system or something like that comes up on top of that. I don't know. You may talk to George Gammon, you get guys like that think that that's going to be the case. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But all I know is a deflationary world, again, when you read Jeff Booth's book, Price of Tomorrow, incredible. And you realize that is the world that makes everyone wealthier over time. Your true savings. You are saving in a finite asset, a truly finite asset that's equitable to your time. It's the only time we've ever had this in human history. Now, the average person can get ahead without having to be a master real estate investor or being a master stock picker, stock trader, stock investor, business owner. The average person can now get ahead and start getting in front of their life instead of just being run over by inflation, by taxation, by regulation. That's the difference with Bitcoin. So these people, because of the power they have, and again, some of them know they're doing it, some of them don't. It's a whole system. There's no one alive that's ever lived in a free banking or a deflationary system. We've always known inflation, so these people have grown up as well. I mean, even Christine Lagarde, again, I have to give some empathy. She's a human being. She's grown up in this system as well, and it's the only thing she knows. And, again, when you've lived a lie your entire life, how do you know any different? How do you tell a fish that, hey, you're in the ocean, right? That's all they know. Like, what do you mean I'm in the ocean? Like, I just live here, right? Like, they don't know any different. You just are. You're in that environment your entire life, right? So that's something that those bubbles are going to be bursting going forward. So going into this next thing, just to wrap, a couple items here when you see, so I wanted to touch on aligning incentives here quick. So proof of work is one of the biggest features of Bitcoin. That is one of the biggest things where Satoshi put all these things together, these discoveries, and put them all together. And proof of work was really one of the biggest things that separates the really compliance and everything, the legacy fiat system and all the other altcoins and everything else out there with Bitcoin. It's the only one. That's, there's some other proof of work coins, but again, we don't need to go down that road today. They're already been beaten, right? So you have to have network effects and things like that. So you have to have proof of work. That way they cannot be captured. That way it's not he who has the gold makes the rules. Whoever has the most proof of stake in the system makes the rules, has the most votes. That's not what we want for our money. We want an equitable, just money, a fair money that levels the playing field, that doesn't stack the deck for a few people at the top. So again, when I say aligning incentives, Charlie Munger says, again, show me the incentive and I'll show you the outcome. So most people aren't, I'm not featured on the World Economic Forum's website. Why is that? I'm guessing you aren't featured on the World Economic Forum's website. You know who is? Ethereum. Ethereum's, yeah, they're on the website. There's a number of people. The Ripple, wow, XRP, Ripple. I believe Cardano was. I don't know if they are now. I checked them a while ago and there was something I'd found on there. But they were. And then Shiba Inu, but the World Economic Forum, they denied this. But again, this broke, I think, a couple weeks ago. They said the WF wants to work with them to help help shape the universe. The metaverse, well, the universe, but help shape the metaverse. So understand the bedfellows that people have. Understand who people are in bed with, and you'll understand the motives and the intentions. That's how you start deciphering what is right, what is real, what is truth, and what is not. Understanding who people are partnered with, right? There's like that old saying of like, you go meet somebody and you see what their dog is like, and it tells you a lot about the person that you're meeting for the first time. If their dog's doing all kinds of crazy stuff and whatever, there might be a good chance that, that person's a little manic or there's something going on there. And so people generally attract what they are in their life. So people that are just focused on fiat and more of the same, the good old boy club, and just the same old system running over people, guess what? They're trying to look for more fiat gains. They're in their crypto trading, rug pulling each other, dumping on each other, doing all these huge, cash calls and building up their coin and then just to dump on everybody. They're getting in bed with the World Economic Forum, Ethereum, Charles Hoskinson, all these guys. And again, he's doing stuff in Africa, and they're doing stuff to track kids over there. I mean, that's not what the Bitcoin ethos is about. And that's why these people were purged from the system. That's why Vitalik and these guys were purged from the system. So understand who the strange bedfellows people have. And that's going to tell you a lot about who these people are and where they're taking us. So again, like I said, the point of this channel and the point of this video is to say, get your head up, get your head on a swivel, be aware of your surroundings. That really is the driving force of what I do here, because I don't care. I don't care if these names were switched around. I don't care. I don't care if this said Bitcoin here or Ethereum here, and Ethereum was the true thing, and that had all the properties. It's whatever has the properties, whatever contains the first principles that we're looking for, and understanding that this is a game of separation of state and money, and all the other stuff can come later. The monkey JPEGs, layer 2, 5, 10, applications, protocols, that stuff has to come later. We have to build the layers first. We got to build on rock first and remake the system for all people. Not worrying about layer 5 when layer 1's not even built. That's the problem. So many people have tried to jam everything into the first layer protocol. You're building on a house of sand at that point. So you have to have a layer of rock, and then we can start building on top of that. So I appreciate you guys, your time and energy. It's the most important asset we have. So thank you for spending it with me here. Please let me know your comments and what you think. Again, it's just about, like I said, at the end of the day, this is not about me calling people out necessarily, but it's about spreading truth, spreading questions, and trying to find that truth. And I'm not always going to have it, but it's trying to find the truth and trying to find out together what that is and come up with the best answers and triangulate that. But at the end of the day, questioning the boldness. Trust but verify. Verify everything I say, and that's going to get us much, much further, much faster in the future. Appreciate you. Appreciate your time and energy. Like I said, if you like it, if you like this, please like and subscribe to the channel. Please let us know we can do better and how we can provide more value, entertainment going forward, information, and again, please share. Please, please share. If you know someone that could get something out of this, or might need it, might like it, or might not like it, we'll fight out in the comments. Again, not financial advice, freedom advice. We'll see you guys in the next one.